Hey guys, so I wanted to talk a little bit about kids in the kitchen. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and this point in time when I'm not working, the kids aren't in school, etc., was just a really good opportunity for me to go ahead and start this off. So I have a huge passion for having kids in the kitchen because when I was growing up, some of my earliest memories are being in the kitchen. I think probably from when I was the age of like at least 5 or 6. So from a young age, probably 5 or 6, but maybe even younger, some of my most vivid memories are being in the kitchen, standing on a chair at the countertop, helping my grandma mix up a pie or a cake, helping my grandpa barbecue, gathering pecan wood or whatever kind of wood he was feeling at that time to smoke whatever he was feeling like smoking, deer jerky or ribs or chicken or just whatever he felt like. Being with my mom in the kitchen making Thanksgiving dinner, making cherry torts, etc. And those are some of the like most vivid memories in like my memory. And I just really love that because I think not even just across our country, but across the world, food is something that brings people together and brings culture together. And another thing, like my grandpa and both of my grandpas and one of my grandmothers have passed away. And so whenever I make a recipe that I made with one of them, I always think about it. When I make pecan pie or I make, a pea picking cake, it brings back those times that I was in the kitchen. It makes me think about the fried chicken that my grandma still makes. It makes me think about the time that my grandpa decided to cover everything in the kitchen in chocolate. So bananas, peanut butter, whatever he could find. He just decided to start covering it in chocolate. And those are some of just my greatest memories. And every time, I have a cherry tort or a pecan pie or ribs or whatever, it brings that back. And so that's a really, powerful thing to me. And I think that's another reason that I have such a passion for food. Also, it's something that my parents supported me in for my whole life. When I was about 9, I saw a commercial for a Betty Crocker cake decorating set, and I begged and begged and begged my mom to order it. And she did, and she even ordered me the Betty Crocker turntable, which I didn't know what was. I didn't know that I needed it. And it came in, and I was highly disappointed because it was really not well made. It didn't function correctly. It was just really not good. So even with that, they didn't think twice about it. We went to, Walmart or Michael's, the craft store, and we started buying Wilton cake decorating stuff because Wilton is, the top cake decorating company, pretty much in America that I know of. There's not really any others that are out there. And so from the time I was about 9, they were extremely supportive. My mom and my dad were extremely supportive of me decorating cakes and learning new skills. And that's a big part of who I am because I had that support behind me. Where they were just like, yeah, this is what you want to do. You need the stuff to do it. Let me help you. And then, I went to culinary school. I graduated culinary school. I'm, a certified chef, a certified culinarian. I've currently work as a chocolatier. I've done cake decorating since I was 9. I'm 25 now. I worked as a food production manager for 2 years. So food is just a big part of my life, and I love the opportunity to bring, my foster sister or my nieces or my nephew or, my cousin, whoever, into the kitchen with me and to share that because I have that memory that I can be like, oh yeah, I remember that time that me and Bella made pizza, or I remember the time when Aveline and I made, chicken and stuffing just because we felt like it and we were missing Thanksgiving. But then also growing up, they're going to have those moments. I still have pictures of Gabby, my cousin, who is now 16, in the kitchen with me when she was like 6 or 7, making chocolate covered strawberries and cookies and all of that. And she sent me a Snapchat a few weeks ago. She was bored and it was like all this cupcake stuff. And she was like, I'm bored, so I'm baking. I'm trying to make you proud. So that's something that even from a young age that she had has been brought into her life now. And then lastly, when I was working at the private school I used to work at, during the summer, that was some of my favorite times because I wasn't doing the food production that I would normally do, because instead of having, 200 kids, we had about 30 to 40 kids because it was summer camp. So I would get to every week, decide like, hey, this is what we're going to make. And every week I would get to have a cooking class, and be like, okay, guys, this is what we're going to make. This is how we're going to do it. And I would go, from the 2 and 3-year-olds all the way to the like 10 and 12-year-olds. And it was so much fun to see like the different levels of them, how they learn differently, how much help this age group needed, how much help this age group didn't need, and just kind of let them do their thing. And so I had so much fun doing that. So I'm hoping that with all of that being said, I can use my culinary skills, my teaching skills, and everything else I've learned to sort of bring a little bit of this into your home in this time when we're not able to really do a lot of other things. So we have a kitchen, and I'm hoping to give you recipes that are simple enough that either you already have the stuff or it won't cost you very much to go out and get it. So I'm really glad that you tuned in. Please, rate, comment, subscribe. That helps my channel out so much. That helps other people see this. And then if you would drop a comment on the YouTube page letting me know what kind of food you or your kid would like to see, and I will do my absolute best to get a video of that going. And stay safe, guys. We are in this together separately. I'm praying for the world and for COVID to pass really quickly. And shout out to all of you guys doing what you're doing every day, all of the frontline responders, all of the parents that are now teachers, all of the people who are working at home, and all of the essential workers who are still working. I'm praying for each and every one of you, and may God let this pass quickly.